There was once a farmer who woke up every single morning before the sun did. Not because he had to, but because that was simply who he was. Every day, he walked a long, dusty road to fetch water from a distant well. And every day, he carried 2 clay pots tied to the ends of a wooden stick, one on each shoulder. One pot was perfect, smooth, round, not a single crack. Every drop of water it carried arrived home safely. It was proud of this, very proud. The other pot had a small crack on its side, and because of that crack, by the time the farmer reached home, half the water was already gone, leaked out, drop by drop, gone. The perfect pot looked at the cracked pot every single day with contempt. One morning, it finally said out loud what it had always thought. "Look at you, half empty, every single day. Our master wakes up before sunrise, walks all this way, carries this heavy load, and because of you, half of it is wasted. Why does he even bother? You are nothing but a burden." The cracked pot said nothing, but those words landed hard. And day after day, the same thing happened. The perfect pot mocked. The cracked pot stayed silent. Until slowly, it stopped just hearing the words, it started believing them. "I am broken. I am useless. I let my master down every single day." One morning, as they walked back along the dusty road, tears began to run down the side of the cracked pot, mixing with the water leaking from its crack. Finally, in a voice barely above a whisper, it spoke. "Master, I am so sorry. Please forgive me." The farmer stopped walking. He looked at the little pot with gentle eyes. "What troubles you, my friend?" "I am useless," the cracked pot said. "You wake up so early. You walk so far. You work so hard. And every day I lose half of what you carry. I am broken. I am a burden to you. I am so ashamed." The farmer was quiet for a moment. Then he smiled, the kind of smile that feels like a warm hand on your shoulder. "Don't cry, my dear friend. Tomorrow morning, I want you to do just one thing. On the way home, look at the road beside you. Really look." The cracked pot didn't understand, but there was something in the farmer's voice that felt like hope. The next morning came. Cool air, birds singing, the same long walk to the well. And on the way back, the cracked pot did what the farmer asked. It looked down at the road beside it, and it gasped. There were flowers, dozens of them, bright, beautiful, full of color, swaying gently in the morning breeze, their petals still wet with dew. They lined the entire path on the cracked pot's side of the road. The cracked pot had never noticed them before. It had been too deep in its own shame. "How beautiful," it whispered. But then they reached home. The cracked pot looked at itself, half empty again, and the joy faded. "Master, I still failed you. I still lost half the water. I am still broken." The farmer sat down. He looked at the cracked pot with warmth in his eyes. "Tell me something. Those flowers, which side of the road were they on?" The cracked pot thought for a moment. "My side? Only my side?" "Exactly." The farmer's eyes were twinkling now. "Do you know why?" Silence. "Because I planted those seeds months ago, along your side of the path, and every single day, without even knowing it, the water leaking from your crack watered them, drop by drop, every morning, every walk home. You gave them life. You made them grow." The cracked pot couldn't speak. "Every morning those flowers fill my heart with joy before I even reach home. Travelers stop to admire them, children play among them. All of that beauty, every single petal, exists because of you, because of your crack. Tears came again, but this time they were different tears entirely. The perfect pot had been listening to all of this in silence, and now, for the first time, it felt something it had never felt before. Not pride, not superiority, shame. It spoke quietly, its voice stripped of all its usual confidence. "Master, I owe my friend an apology." The farmer nodded gently. "All this time," the perfect pot said, turning toward the cracked pot, "I called you useless. I called you a burden. I thought I was better than you because I never spilled a drop. But while I was busy being proud of myself, you were quietly creating something I never could. I am sorry, truly sorry. Will you forgive me?" The cracked pot looked at its old tormentor, and without hesitation, it said, "Of course, we all have things to learn."
The farmer placed a hand on each pot and spoke slowly. "Neither of you is better than the other. You are simply different, and both of you are necessary." He looked at the perfect pot. "You bring clean water home every day. My family drinks because of you. That is a beautiful gift." He looked at the cracked pot. "And you turn a dry, dusty road into something full of life and color. That is also a beautiful gift." He paused. "If both of you were perfect, I would have water, but no flowers. If both of you were cracked, I would have flowers, but not enough water. You don't compete a competition. You complete each other." From that day forward, things changed. The perfect pot carried water with humility instead of pride. The cracked pot leaked water with joy instead of shame. They walked the same road every day, not as rivals, but as friends. One brought life to the home. The other brought beauty to the path. Both were needed. Both were loved. Here is what I want you to take away from this story today. We are all one of these pots, or maybe both of them at different points in our lives. Some of us feel like the cracked pot right now, ashamed of something, convinced that our flaws make us less, that we are too slow, too quiet, too emotional, too different. But what if that very thing, the thing you are most ashamed of, is quietly growing flowers somewhere you haven't looked yet? And some of us are the perfect pot, capable, efficient, maybe even a little proud. Just make sure that pride never becomes the voice that makes someone else feel worthless. Your imperfections are not your punishment. They are part of your purpose. Never judge someone for their crack. You don't know what they are quietly watering. And never be ashamed of yours. The most beautiful flowers often grow in the most unexpected places. Speaking of attracting beautiful things into your life, if this story resonated with you, my next video is something you need to watch right now. It's called Train Your Aura to Attract Wealth, and it will show you exactly how to shift your energy so that abundance starts flowing toward you naturally. Click it, watch it. It might just change everything. Please like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.